Hey friends, happy Monday afternoon. I hope you all are doing well. It's been a minute since I've hopped in here live, but I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about what you can expect for this week, see how you're doing, remind you of a few things that are upcoming. So I had a really good time away on spring break with my family. And I wanted to say one more time, thanks again to Denise, who's also a certified Fast Forward Fat Loss coach, for helping me just keep the group afloat, encouraging you when you posted your macros. I will say that I have kind of seen a decline in the amount of participation in the group, and I really want to spruce that back up and encourage you to be posting as often as you can. Good afternoon, Linda. Hope you're doing well. So this week, what you are going to be seeing in the daily post is going to be a lot of education. So in the group, I try to keep a mix of inspirational, motivational, and educational. But this week, I really want to kind of dive into a topic of ingredients and looking at labels again, just as a refresh, maybe for some of you that have been living the faster way for a while and you have things down. And for some of my newer clients, I just want to make sure that you have the education you need to move forward in looking at labels. We can learn every single day of our lives for the rest of our lives. There's always something to learn. And even doing research and getting ready for these posts and just the information that's going to be shared is reminding me of things that I need to shy away from, things that I need to look for, because we all get into this little groove in our comfort level of what we are buying and what we are repeatedly buying, and they might not be the best. So I just want to provide you with information on that. Really, if you're looking at those ingredients, we always say whole foods, right? If it comes from the ground or has a mother, but we know that we can't eat like that all the time, because really, if we're eating whole foods, comes from the ground or has a mother, then it's not going to even have a label on it, right? Like it's going to say avocado, it's going to say chicken. So there's no other ingredients in those types of things, but the reality is, again, we're not eating like that 100% of the time. So when we're looking at labels, we really want to focus on those labels that have as few ingredients as possible. If it sounds like a chemical, it probably is. A lot of those things are put into the foods to preserve them for longer, to thicken them, to, whatever it is. And I really want us to be mindful and aware too of what, the food manufacturers are putting on the labels on the front of the boxes to make us even pick it up and look at it. So just because it says, gluten-free, or just because it says dairy-free, or just because it says low-fat, whatever it is that they're putting on that to make us pick it up, we still have to look at what's in the ingredient listing to make sure that it's really something that we should be consuming, because probably if we buy it once and we really like it, we're going to buy it again, right? So I know I am definitely a culprit of that, just keeping things on repeat because it's easy. I know I like them, and we're creatures of habit, so we eat the same things over and over again. So anyways, that's what you'll be seeing a lot of this week in the daily post. So I hope you take time to read those and comment, give your feedback, and let's just all keep learning from each other. The other thing that I want to talk about too is, as we're in this upper body challenge, just why it's important for our chest muscles to continue to grow. They're often referred to as our pec muscles, and those pec muscles are attached to our arms. And it's important for us to have mobility in our arms and to be able to lift things and to maybe backhand people. No, I'm just joking. But just to do things with our arms, right? Like we use our arms for everything and we don't even realize it because they're just there, and they're one of the biggest, things that we use all the time. So that's why it's important to continue to building like our chest muscles in here with that. Every time we press or push something, then we're using those things. If we swing a bat, which I did that last week because I just felt like it. If you're playing any type of sports, if you're using a broom, if you're blow drying your hair, all of those things are using those muscles. So it's important to keep them healthy, to keep them strong, to keep them growing, so you can continue to do those things without aches and pains. And then when we're doing those things too, we're also strengthening our back at the same time because we're using all sorts of different muscles in there. And so our pro trainers, they've created this strategic plan and create our weekly workouts. So we're hitting all of the things and keeping our muscles in balance where they need to be. So can't wait to hear about your push-up challenge today. I've not done the workout. It's going to be an interesting evening for me. Kinley has practice from 5:30 to 7, softball, and I coach her. And then I have a soccer game at 7:55. So I'm not really even sure when I'm going to eat because obviously there's some commuting in there. But I'm going to figure this out. But I will do my push-up challenge. I know last week I started on my knees just because if you've known me for long enough, you know that I hate push-ups. But today I'm going to challenge myself to do as many on my feet as I can, and then I will drop to my knees. So, hey Dana, hope you're doing well today. And welcome. Dana is one of our newest VIP members in the group. So anyways, make sure that you're commenting and tell me how many you tell me and the rest of the group how many push-ups you got today, how you're feeling, what's going on. Even if you don't post your macros, again, I would just love to hear from all of you or as many of you as possible. Last thing is I just wanted to touch base on the carb cycling masterclass that's upcoming on the 19th. It is a micro commitment, they call it. So it's $19.99 for the class. You get the class and then you get the t-shirt. So I actually just signed up today. I have to still do these things as a coach and a client as well. So $19.99, really, I'm buying the t-shirt. However, I said earlier here in this live is that we're constantly learning. We're learning every single day. And so the reality is they're bringing in a couple experts. It's not just going to be Amanda Tress on the training, but we're probably going to learn something we didn't know about carb cycling in this training. So you can sign up for that. You have to sign up for it as a VIP member and pay the $19.99. And there is tax and shipping, so it comes out to like $23 or something for the shirt, but the shirt says carbs aren't canceled, and so I love that. I definitely got me one of those shirts. You know me and my t-shirts, I have on my black Faster Way t-shirt today because that's what color my soccer team is, so it always works out that I get to wear a Faster Way shirt. So anyways, I've signed up for that. If you have questions on that or you need anything from me, then let me know. I have a link for that, as does Denise. And just make sure that if you're Denise's client, use her link. And then if you're my client, if you would use my link, and that just lets us know that you're signed up for the training and in there. Dana, you got 30 on your knees. That's awesome. I need to write down. Last week I did my knees and I think I got around 34. I was actually on vacation when I did that. So it was hard. Okay. So good for you. That's amazing. So again, for those of you that haven't done it, try it without your knees first. If you can, get as many as you can there and then drop to your knees, to finish it out. But a minute of push-ups is a long time. So kudos to everybody getting that done. Make sure you're checking in and telling us about that. Okay, friends, well, that is all I have unless any of you that are on, I don't know, somebody else popped in, but I think it's still Dana and Linda maybe. If you guys had any questions or comments about anything, and if not, then I will let you go. I'll wait just a moment. And if you have any friends or family that are interested in the Faster Way, you could suggest that carb cycling masterclass to them, because carb cycling is one of the biggest pillars of the Faster Way. With intermittent fasting, whole food nutrition, carb cycling is a big one. And a lot of people are really anti-carb. The keto diet is really big, and carbs are essential for all of us. So we need our friends and family to be eating the carbs, and a lot of you have done keto before you even came here to the Faster Way, and so it's been an adjustment for you to even start eating fruit and those types of things again. But would love to just share more about that. And then I know I'm hosting, my next new client is going to be on April 25th. So if you have any friends or family that are interested, I appreciate you sending them my way. I'm happy to talk to any of them, as you know. And that's what I have for today. So appreciate you guys joining in. For those of you catching the replay, let me know if you have any questions. Oh yeah, one more thing. So the bi-weekly Zoom meetings, for the past 2 Zooms, it's only been Denise, Jennifer, and I. So thanks Denise and Jennifer for joining me on those. We just kind of chat unofficially and end pretty early. But anyways, I'm going to update the event in the group for that because I made it a recurring event. So it might not be popping up as a reminder or even that there's an event at all. So maybe if you didn't put it on your calendar, then you're not getting a notification and remembering that. And then also mark your calendars for May 5th. I believe that's a Thursday evening. So Denise is going to be posting an event in the group too. We're just going to try to get together for dinner. Probably around the Fishers area, because I know I've hosted Leg Day here in Westfield a couple of times, and so many of you have traveled for that pretty far, so thank you for that. But so the dinner, we're going to try to do more in the Fishers area or somewhere near the interstate over there on that side of town for people to get to easily. So more details to come on that, and then we'll just ask you to RSVP. And that will just be a time for us to get together, hang out, get to know each other better, see each other in person. You know, I love that. And yeah, just hang out. So that's the point of that. Mark your calendars for May 5th. So hopefully that will be a good day for a lot of you. All right, my friends, I am off to get ready for softball practice. I think I'm going to go make me a smoothie before I go to get my protein up. Okay, I'm out. Have a good night.